Okay, so now we're going to look at the bear call spread. So I have the Tesla option chain pulled up again, and we're going to go back into the Jan monthlies. And now, instead of buying the 450 call, we're going to sell it. So let's take a look at the option profile. You can see that our maximum potential profit on this trade is 2,545. And that also comes with unlimited losses to the downside. If you remember from the video on short options, I mentioned that you don't want to be placing this trade. We don't want to expose ourselves to what's called undefined risk. So we want to find a way to mitigate this. So let's say that we want to protect our downside right here at 470. So I'm going to go back to the option chain in the same expiration series, and we're going to buy the 470 long call. So we are short the 450 and we are long the 470. Let's go back to the risk profile and see what happens. Now we have a trade that looks like this. Our new maximum potential profit is $545. How we get this number is we are receiving a $25.45 credit and we are paying a $20 debit for the long position. So the difference between the two is our profit at $545. Now, here at the 470 strike, you can see that we have capped our losses. So our new maximum potential loss is $1,455. How we get this number is we take the width of the spread, which is $20, we multiply it by 100 shares, and we get a maximum potential cost of $2,000. But remember, we are receiving a credit of $545. So 2000 minus the 545, and we get a total loss of $1,455. Since this is a credit spread, meaning we are receiving a net credit to open the position, this trade requires margin. If you're not familiar with margin, think of it as a security deposit in order to open the position. The reason for this is we're not paying anything to make the trade. We're actually receiving money. So, with that logic, why don't we just open 100 credit spreads and collect a bunch of money? Well, margin is what stops you from doing that. And it's the money the broker is going to freeze in your account to make sure that you can cover any losses that you incur. So, if we take a look at this BP effect right here, that stands for buying power, and it requires $2,000 in order to open. All that means is you are still going to receive the credit in your account, but $2,000 is going to be frozen until you close the trade. So this number is simple. It's just the width of your spread times 100. So $20 times 100 is 2,000. And that's the number that the broker is going to hold. So let's take a look at the Greeks very quickly. This is a bearish trade. So the short call is the option that has the biggest delta, which makes it the dominant option. The delta for the short call is negative 44, and the delta for the long call is 36, which gives us a net delta of negative 7.79. And with theta, we have a net positive theta, which means we are collecting money every day due to time decay. But as the stock moves upwards and sort of crosses this break even point, at some point, this theta is going to turn negative. And that means we're going to be losing money every day because the theta from the long call will overpower the theta from the short call. So that is the bear call spread. It is also referred to as a call credit spread. The next two are going to basically be the same thing, only we are going to use puts instead of calls.